So for the police department and then for the clerk for the police department clerk and then for the municipal court. Well, all those changes you all had already agreed upon at the workshop. And along with that said, effective October the 6th, which would be tomorrow, that's where all permits, if y'all are still in agreement, all permits will be handled at the police department. And once permits are completed, customer will come and pay at the city hall. Copies will be made of all permits and originals will be filed at the city hall. The municipal court, which you all also changed from $1,600 to $1,800 per month, making it an increase of $200 per month. And the other change in the general fund was their postage from $900 to $2,500. And then we removed that FAST, the whole $5,000 will move from the general fund because it was going to the technology fund. Those are all the changes that were done there. That's in the general fund. The system, the only change there was the meter deposits. Did you all agree? From 25,000 to 40,000 income. And then you all changed the fees. Where it says the residential construction fee under residential dwellings, y'all had me remove remodeling, remove the word remodeling and just for new construction. And then the bulk water sales went from $15 per thousand to $25 per thousand. Those are the changes that you all had me change. Any questions?
Even though you're pointing out to us that we're in the red because we changed these to zero, they're really not zero.
Right, but we can't account for
But you
it.
can't
We can't
account-
put a number in there.
But you can't account for that because there's no guarantees. So I
Right.
totally agree, but we know they're not going to be zero.
But you also saw the revenue that came in.
I understand. Okay. I don't have a problem with the rating, the way we're giving our employees a raise, because two things. The person that's overperforming and that's your right-hand man is gonna get the same raise that the person that calls in sick every other day is gonna get.
Well, they might not. They might just get the 3%.
Well, I thought I heard y'all say that. We're
Well, that's automatic.
Give up to 5%.
Up
But I-
to,
Somebody that's performing really well.
But I thought that
5%.
somebody just said a while ago, we're gonna stick to a 3.
well, that's the recommendation of the
Well, the
mayor,
mayor
just to get the cost of living for this year and see how we do next year. Hopefully, we won't be in the red over $500,000.
So you're in
Which
the
we
red
might not.
because you zero those two things to zero, am I correct?
Yes,
That's why you're in the red.
yes.
So
Well,
how
we were
did
in the
y'all,
red anyway, but not as much.
how did y'all give the employees a raise before? To between 3 and 5? And did-
No, not always 3%, 5%, just depends on what the cost of living raises across
Okay.
everywhere else was.
But how do we give, if we don't give them the 5% that we had originally discussed, but then we're gonna give the other people what they asked, like this, and that,
Like who?
Like the judge.
That's about the only one.
So I guess that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm leading.
so maybe we should do it.
I think you have some employees that are fantastic. You should reward them. And I think you have some employees that might just be here for a paycheck. Should those employees be rewarded? I don't know. That's a question for everybody in this room.
Because if we do the 5%, that doesn't mean everybody's gonna get the 5%, it could be,
That's,
No, but-
It could
that's
be-
based on the
it could
evaluation,
stay-
right?
It could stay at 3%, depending on,
The valuation, if they do it?
But that's the
Yes.
recommendation, correct?
That was the
3%
mayor's
on this
recommendation.
recommendation.
On the
It
rec-
it originally was 5% and now.
Up to 5%,
Up
to
to
five,
now.
yes.
which
And
is
now
what's
it's
in the
saying
budget.
maybe 3%.
So, because, yeah,
But-
we'll start with
but
3%, so we can
the
get to
mayor's saying-
5%. Yeah, so we can get to 5%, because otherwise, and it's true, like he said, if we go 5% of everybody, it's not fair. And that's the highest you can go.
You also have some employees that underperform.
Well, that's why you're just gonna do 8%.
No, we can't really do that. How do we do it? We can't get bonus. We can't get bonus. Yeah, just a minute. Incentive.
What we do for our employees.
I've always known that law.
Okay.
So what is the recommendation? What are you all, leave the budget alone?
Up to 5%, 3%, what are we talking here?
Well, that's based on, like I said, evaluation on the, well, we don't have supervisors.
Well,
That'd be on
they
your-
do, but they do,
Yeah, they
we
do
do
have-
have supervisors.
You know, you look at the way we did the budget this year, it was, I didn't have a very comfort level with it, because there's a lot of stuff that.
Just read.
That I really didn't understand, because of the way things have been tracking. So why don't we just do the 3% for this year, like you said? And then we'll have a much better feel for it next year, and we'll go back to it. That way we touch on at least the cost of living for everybody, and just leave it at that. And if that's okay with the mayor.
That's-
And-
That was the mayor's recommendation.
Yeah, and I mean, I think because there was a lot of things that I really, the funds, the way they were,
Oh, yeah.
and I really still don't even, I have an idea, a better idea than what I did before, but I still have some questions. But that's my opinion. I don't know, whichever route you want to go. I think for this year, that might be the best.
3% sounds good.
So basically I guess the money pit is the what? Police department?
The one that spends the most money? Yes, police department is the one that spends the most money. But between police department and municipal court,
They bring,
They bring in the most money.
they,
yeah, but we can't,
together, expense-wise is 715,800.
yeah, I see that, but
But they also brought in over 586,000.
that's what I'm saying.
But even with that said, it still leaves them in the red, that, those two departments alone, over
200,
half, $250,000
A
In the
quarter of a
red.
million?
by themselves.
A quarter of a million?
They're in the
Over-
red.
over to
from the-
about
what was
237
budgeted to them.
237,000, something like that.
So they're in the red from what's budgeted to them, not necessarily what they brought in, what went out.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Okay, they're in the red because of what the budget was for them. They went over budget, but they really brought in more money than what they spent.
No,
Mm-mm.
they brought in,
About the budget.
here we go. They brought in revenue $583,200. They spent this year that ended $810,367.
These changes here.
Those departments in the red, $227,167.
And I see what you're saying, that we used to pay out for that, so how much did we pay out? If you add that to this, then maybe we break even.
If we add what to what? I'm
So
sorry.
we were paying contracting out every month before we had a police department.
Well,
Yeah.
what you were paying now, contract was 100,000 a year. Of course, you didn't have, what,
And
well,
we didn't.
all I can say is from when I left, it was 200,000, 24/7, 2 or 3 men, 24/7, 200,000. But then it went down to 100,000 And I think it was, I don't know if it was 1 man or 2 men, but
Guaranteed
it
two.
went down to 100,000.
It went down to one, we're not over budget. I guess that's some of the questions they're asking. We didn't go over budget because of course we changed, say that the police department we're not a revenue department. So we didn't go over our budget. We just, the way they're seeing it is we didn't make what we actually were
Brought in.
budgeted for. But that's not that saying that we went over our budget. We did not go over our budget. We just, revenue came in because of the impound, not because of we had to go or anything. It's just something that violations make some of that revenue come in. But we're not a revenue department, so we didn't go over our budget. We just didn't make what the budget was.
And some of that was for building.
Correct. Some of it was for the building, some of it
There's a
was
city
for a
also
lot that we actually spent
For
to
emergency
create the
management and all
building,
that,
create.
so.
Was the radios in this one?
Huh?
Was the radios part of this?
Yes.
Yes,
This current
Sometimes
budget
you
that we're
get
going
stuff
into,
you have to
yes.
do 'cause
And that was how much?
that's close to, I think 42,000.
42.
43,000, but that's just a one-time, thing that we're gonna have to do with our radios.
That's the county changes it again.
So basically, last couple of years, Janie, they've been cashing out CDs to pay for these, for the,
No, as far as I know, they have not cashed any CDs at all.
so they've
There's
been,
only a million in there for CDs.
when I left, it was 4 million, 4 years ago. So where did 3 million go?
There have been, well, but you've been gone 4 years.
Yeah, that's a million a year, almost a million, well, 17,
I would have-
750,000 a year.
They have- All I can tell you is that they have over a million within different.
Just a million.
places. Over a million.
See, hopefully next year will be better at this.
All we can do is,
Because now that you move some funds around and put money where it should go. But what do we do about the overall budget?
well, like you stated, it's over 500,000, but that's putting the police department and municipal court at zeros, which we know that's not where it's going to be. We just cannot account for it up front.
Okay.
So when we had the workshop, we were at a little over 10,000
Mhm.
in the red, which it could be made up, who know, maybe more.
Water sales or
Yeah,
something.
current taxes brought in or more.
New houses
excise
coming
brought
in.
Sales tax.
Yeah, so,
Could
yeah.
be made up.
Okay.
And then the going from 5% to 3%, that also will help it. So,
All right.
Any other questions? No. Okay. Public hearing is closed. Oh, no, we need to start with the regular meeting.
These are some dates for the workshop for the zoning. Tentative of it.
Seven oh four. Ready? Okay. Let's start our regular meeting. I do declare quorum. We will stand for the pledge of allegiance and the Texas flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Do you have any citizens to be heard?
yes, you have two,
Okay.
David and Raleigh.
So I just wanted to give you guys an update on the trunk or treat for this month. We've got a good group of volunteers helping out. We're trying to get some donations on some old Halloween decorations that maybe people aren't using to use at the haunted house that we want to put together. And we've got a list of people who have volunteered that are going to be coming out. So it looks like we're going to have a pretty good event. So we've got a lot of good help and a lot of people excited about, participating. So thank you guys for your support. Really appreciate it.
It's a lucky day because I got a bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of witches.
All right. Well, I know you decorate well, so you gotta have some stuff.
I got, and I'm gonna be cleaning, so you're gonna be set.
Thanks, Ron.
I'd like to thank the city council for all the efforts y'all put into addressing the issues that y'all been facing for the last few months. The recent rain has kind of accentuated one of the issues that we're facing is the drainage. I know we're all aware of it. And I just ask if y'all could kind of take a look at the drainage that parallels the railroad property back here. Those drains are backed up. They're still full of water. And the water, instead of flowing into them, they're flowing out and it's flooding the property right that I own there and Councilman's co-owns. So if y'all could just kind of take a look at that, I would really appreciate it. The drains that run, I thought that
Run
was.
parallel to the railroad, the native does.
No, that's our easement. That's our easement.
But they told us last time, because we first contacted them, they said, no, we couldn't do it. Then they told us, yeah, for us to go ahead and turn those ditches out.
They told us we could. They gave us permission that we can. Of course, we gotta be careful that we don't
But-
get hit or.
But he's not talking about ditches.
No.
No, he's talking about
The
drains
Drainage, the drainage.
right beside my building.
There's three of them, one that's two in front of Jesse's property and one on the other side of Main Street. And instead of the water flowing into them and away, it flows out of them and floods towards Highway 77. And this recent rain, all three of our properties have water and water damage.
It rained so fast.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was in Farmington, it was out of there, right there.
I said, I just asked that y'all would take a look at it, no complaints, no buts, no nothing, just y'all help out, I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Raleigh.
Thank you. Okay. Monthly reports. We have monthly report from Allegiance. Stephanie? Let me see. She just gave us a report.
Good evening. I apologize for the delay. I had some technical difficulties today with my computer. For the month of September, we had a total of 41 calls, 22 of them being out in the county areas, and then 19 were actually in the city of Odom. One of them was out of compliance by several minutes. That patient was actually, the crew was looking for the patient. On their GPS, it was showing them going to several different houses in a 4-block radius, and then they were canceled by law enforcement after that. So that was the delay of trying to locate that patient. So total 19 calls in the city limits. Your average response time for your primary unit was 5 minutes, 56 seconds. We did not have any secondary calls for the month and no mutual aids, in or out.
Ms. Newsom, I don't throw nothing away. I was just looking at some of these old ones. There's a repeat, like every month, the same houses. So basically are they just calling just to?
I'd have to go back and look at all the complaints. Unfortunately, there does come a time where we call
Wellness check.
frequent flyers.
Well,
No one is
checking.
checking.
They've fallen, they can get up.
Right, whether they fall.
No, I'm not, I'm just saying,
Just Odom, we have them in 911s.
Yeah,
all over
yeah.
The United States has them, and it, a lot of times you can clockwork on when they're gonna call. But with older populations, they end up having more frequent, to certain residents because they fall, need help assistance getting up, or, their family comes in to visit and like, I want grandma checked out, or I want mom or dad checked out.
Yeah.
So it just kind of, or if they have kids, then, you know.
And you're aware of these closures too with that 37 and
Yes, I got that
you're aware of all that?
today.
Okay, so you got backup routes to get to your hospital. Okay, good.
Anybody else? Any questions for Stephanie? Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too, thank you. Okay. Next, we have a monthly report from Water Foreman, Jay Hernandez. Or Jay
He
Stephanie?
is not present. He had
Oh,
an emergency.
Okay.
Report from maintenance department. Maintenance is out to us. Whatever, he is out, yes, he is out. We're gonna go to discussion and action items to be considered.
Action item A, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the minutes of the regular meetings from September 7th, and the public hearing and special call meeting from September 13th, 2021.
I move that we approve the minutes for both dates.
Okay, motion made by Jesse, second by Lynette. Any discussion? No, okay, take vote. Phase one?
Yeah.
Phase two?
Yeah.
Phase three?
Yes.
Phase four?
Yes.
Phase five?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Okay, action item B, discuss, consider, and take action on resolution number 595 to accept approval of offer to purchase tax sales property.
And Mayor, I wanted to stay from this one, because that's my property.
Okay,
I'll just stay here and be quiet.
abstain.
Yeah, I got to abstain. I can't vote.
But I mean, it's property next to you, close to them.
No, it's, he's buying it. He's buying it.
She'll explain.
Yeah. He's buying it. Okay.
Ain't no problem.
I'm Amy Rodriguez and Gracie from Line Murder. We handle, we
Talk to you a
handle
lot.
the delinquent taxes for the city. What we have today, we have an offer that's been made for property located on 309 West Humphreys. The formal approval from the council is required under the property tax code. The property has been, on the third page, you have the written offer bid form made by Mr. Falcon. Too long to that company. It was under Nicole Roxanne Rios. This property was put up for foreclosure, if you look on the fourth page, was put up for foreclosure September 1st of 2020. At that time, we didn't have any bidders, so it got struck off to the county. So Nicole owned it up until that day, and then it got struck off to the county. The county school in the city. The analysis gives you a breakdown of how the bid will be distributed. You have your date sale, September 1st of 2020. You have the amount due to all entities, which is $16,096.93. The amount of the offer was $10,000. You have the cost of the sale, which includes the court costs, abstract fees, any costs associated with that lawsuit. The current value is $49,094. And the table below gives you a breakdown of what is actually due to you, to the city, and what you'll be receiving. In the following page, we have your resolution, and we also provided pictures of the property for y'all.
You get pictures.
I'm not in the picture? I apologize.
So where's this property located?
It is on West Humphreys. I can show you the picture.
Right across from Melia.
That's that house has been an eyesore for a long time. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me take a look at
Por favor.
y'all have any questions for me?
So what
Question?
would the total price be?
The amount of the offer was 10,000.
Yes, value the what price?
The current value is 49,094. At the time of the judgment was $35,116. That was when we took the judgment.
So that's 30,000 less than the US price. Or 39,000 less. So we own this?
No.
It's the deed, the struck off deed was submitted under the
county.
the county's name as trustee along with the school and the city.
Yeah.
Y'all hold interest when it gets struck off, everyone holds the responsibility
Yeah.
and interest.
Yeah, the very back. Okay, you can make a motion if you want to.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 595 to accept the approval offer.
Okay. Motion made. Is there a second?
I will second the motion.
Okay. Motion made by Isaac and second by Hector. Is there any discussion?
And on here, it says the Board of Education of Owen Metro Independent School District also approved
Yes,
the
it,
10,000, right?
yes,
So they also
the
Yes.
school board has already approved it. They approved it on,
the 13th.
yes.
September 13th.
So they were okay with the offer?
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Yes, sir, and the next would be, lastly would be the county. We'll submit it to the commissioner's court.
Okay. Okay, no discussion. Take a vote. Place 1? Place 2?
Yes.
Place 3?
Yes.
Place 4? Oh, sorry, you abstain. Place 5?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll beautify the city.
You need to.
Y'all have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
See you tonight, tomorrow? I'll see you tomorrow.
No, that'll be Gracie. Sorry.
I'll see y'all later. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, see, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the mayoral proclamation declaring October 3rd through the 9th, 2021 Firefighters Appreciation Week. Okay, the proclamation reads, do I have to read the whole thing? Chucky's here. Do we give it to
You give it to.
whoever's here? Chucky? Yeah. Yeah. It says to just read the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it says, whereas firefighters dedicate their lives to the protection of life and property, their dedication comes in many forms, whether volunteered or as a profession. In all cases, they risk the ultimate sacrifice for the protection of their community, and the personnel of the Odom Volunteer Fire Department follow a long line of tradition and honor while showing bravery and compassion in carrying out this critical public safety mission, and risk injury and exposures to severe hazards when protecting our citizens and their property from harm's way, and furthermore, not hesitating to risk their own lives when called upon to save the lives of others. And whereas at a moment's notice, firefighters are quick to respond to uncertain situations, to agitate danger and combat the threat of destructive fire in order and protect individuals, families, and the economic being of our community. And whereas the personnel of the Odom Volunteer Fire Department are vital members of our community with their commitment to continued training, skill enhancement, and numerous community outreach initiatives that work with the citizenry to achieve a safe environment in which to live, work, and play. Now, therefore, I, Virginia Garza, Mayor of the City of Odom, Texas, do hereby proclaim October 3rd through the 9th, 2021 as Firefighters Appreciation Week in the City of Odom. I call upon all citizens of Odom to join the mayor and council in expressing the appreciation of a grateful community for the exemplary services provided by the dedicated members of our fire department. Jackie, do you want to accept it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We gotta make a motion, don't we?
Oh.
Don't we?
Yeah, okay. You need to, no, you need to make a motion.
So I'll make a motion to approve the mayoral proclamation declaring October 3rd through 9th, 2021 as firefighters appreciation week.
Okay, motion made by Hector, second by Yolanda. Any discussion? No? Okay, we'll take a vote. Place one?
Yes.
Place two?
Yes.
Place three?
Yes.
Place four?
Yes.
Place five?
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Okay. Action item D. Discuss, consider, and take action to approve the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve the zone change from A to R1 for Lori Walker being on 8.426 acre tract of land being a portion of the Thomas Green Survey.
I'll make a motion, we approve the the recommendation from the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Okay.
I had to look for it. I was going like, wait a minute.
Motion made by Jesse, second by, who seconded? Lynette?
Lynette, yeah.
Any discussion?
So Janie, we're all squared away with Miss Walker here and she's good to go.
She's good to go. Everything's been done. And like I shared with you all, you'll have that paper highlighted in yellow
Mhm.
for the
Okay.
next one that's coming up, which is Meadowbrook, starting October the 13th.
Okay,
But yes.
okay.
We're done, Lord. Thank you.
We haven't voted.
Oh, we haven't voted. Hold on, we haven't voted.
We haven't voted yet.
Okay, we'll take a vote. Place one, place two, place three, place four,
Yes.
place five.
Yes.
Okay, now we're done. Now you're good to go.
Thanks, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.
We see.
Have a good evening.
Thanks.
You too. Action item E, discuss, consider, and take action to approve the budget as presented for October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022.
This paper here was the only change, the changes, right? Other than what you talked about in the workshop.
Oh, you weren't here.
Oh, he wasn't here.
You missed it completely.
Yeah.
The final outcome of it was that they're going to, by the mayor's recommendation, that they're going to leave all wages at 3%.
Oh,
Okay, because there were some changes that brought the general fund budget down, monies that we could not account for. It's
okay.
coming in, but we cannot account for it because we don't know how much it's going to be. But the final recommendation was to leave it at 3%. But other than that, yes.
Yes. Okay.
What's this one, Hector? Oh, we have to. You have to
Okay.
take those.
Okay.
On the screen. Do I have a motion?
The 3%, what's the discussion?
No. Who did?
First a motion and then.
I move that we approve the present budget for October 1st, 2021 through September 30th, 2022.
Motion made by Jesse. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by,
Now let's
Hector?
discuss.
okay. Any discussion?
Okay.
No.
So the 3% is to be given across the board to everybody. Even the employees that have had a pay change within 12 months.
It's for all full-time employees.
So if you just got a raise 3 months ago, your pay change, they're gonna get the 3% on top of that?
Nobody has gotten no pay change at all.
Okay. How about new hires?
I'm sorry?
How about new hires?
New hires, they're under probation. They won't get anything until they're done with the probation, which would be 6 months. And we had some but got extended, so it probably won't be till December or January. But at that time, depending on their evaluation, well, if it's 3%, it's cost of living, they become full-time, so yes,
Once they become full-time.
they would become full-time, so it would be 3%.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. Place 1?
Yes.
Place 2?
Yes.
Place 3?
Yeah.
Place 4?
Yes.
Place 5?
Yes.
Okay. motion
Okay,
carries.
let me ask, the motion is to
Approve the budget.
Oh, I'm sorry, with the, let me reiterate that. I move that we approve the budget with changes discussed by the council for October 1st, 21 through September 30th, 2022. Just made that. Sorry.
With the changes. Yes. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4,
Yes.
phase 5. Yes. Action item F, discuss, consider, and take action to approve resolution number 596 and support a remote attendance. Basically, what this resolution does is, like, there's times when we can be here or somebody can be here, we can have it, through FaceTime or through the phone, just so that you can be accounted for.
Yes, and it has to be approved by you.
It has to be approved by us first. Epi, he's the one that fixed the ordinance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this actually would work if we were to pass it, and we could call Epi, and he could be with us.
Mhm.
Yes, because he had another engagement right now. I mean,
Or if you need a
Another meeting.
quorum and don't have it present for
Present.
whatever reason, which you all would know beforehand, where you could let the mayor know, I'm not gonna be there, but I'm available to the phone.
Right.
So
We're
then
gonna
it's
vote on,
not-
I mean, gonna move before we discuss it,
oh, yeah, let's.
because I got some
before this-
questions too.
Okay.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 596.
Okay, motion made by Hector, second by Lynette. Any discussion?
Yes. Did he confer with the TML for all this? How did he come to this conclusion that we can do this?
Because he has already passed it and approved it at another city. So I'm sure he did his research through TML before he did it. And he did say he was going to recheck with TML because it got approved somewhere at another city before now.
Okay.
But he was gonna recheck with TML to make sure before he passed it with us.
And this would only go for regular called meetings, not for special called meetings?
There you go. That's.
Say if it was like a discussion where it was executive session, would that not count for this?
Good point.
Does it say
For all-
It says for council meetings,
Just for council meeting,
for
yeah.
any meetings that it covers every meeting that we have.
So
Yes.
like if we can't attend, but we want to attend virtually,
You
but
can.
it still
See,
has to be approved by you?
No, it has to be approved. The resolution has to be approved right now.
But
in
I
order-
wouldn't do it.
No, but because if you
also-
call,
But also, I'm sorry,
yeah.
but also for you to be absent, it has to be approved by the mayor. And it says here, under limited circumstances
That's what I'm
only,
saying.
Yeah.
in order to conduct municipal business. But if you know you're not gonna be here, then it has to be approved by the mayor in order for you to be able to, just for us to talk to you or to get your vote. But it's not for all the time either,
Yeah.
just
No,
certain
no,
Yeah, certain-
I
circumstances.
certain
understand that,
circumstances.
but like if
Yeah.
we can't, but we want to be a part of the meeting, how would you determine whether you're gonna excuse it or not excuse it?
Yeah, because then in TML, you miss 3 meetings, you're out, technically. And is that physical or?
Yeah.
Well, they're still gonna count you, I mean, even if.
I mean, I'm just saying what TML has, 3.
Because you voted, like if you did it virtually, you would technically.
You're
we're
you're
there.
voted, yeah,
Yeah,
you
you're here.
voted, you're there,
You're still-
yeah.
You're still
So
here, you're still
there.
present, yeah, you're here.
Present.
It counts as a present.
I think it's a good idea, maybe
Uh-huh.
just to check with Effie on those technical, like if it is a special call or if it is an executive session. Before we get it approved, we can always just check with him to make sure. I'm sure it would be okay, but just in case, I think it's still a good idea to do the remote.
Well, we were doing
In
remote
case.
during COVID, but of
Mhm.
course, that was a different situation. So,
Right.
I mean, and it's not uncommon now for people to, I do see what you're saying. We wouldn't want to make a habit of it. but
Right,
You're right.
right, because it just.
That's what it says under certain
certain
circumstances,
Yeah.
that's all it is, it's under certain.
But there's.
And it would, it
Limited
limits the
circumstances.
circumstances, yeah.
We'll table it till,
I
We
mean,
have to be
I
till
think-
next month, yeah.
I think it's okay, but.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
I think it's okay too. Okay.
If y'all want to wait, it's up to y'all.
Well, put it for a vote, put it for a vote.
Well, right now, it's on,
It's on the table,
right now, it's
right?
on the table to vote for.
Yeah.
Okay, who made the motion?
I did.
Okay.
And Lynette seconded.
Okay, motion made by Hector, second by Lynette. We already did a discussion. Okay, vote, place one, place two,
Yes.
place three,
yes.
place four.
Yes.
Place five.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. Okay. Action item G, discuss, consider an action to approve ordinance number 465, an ordinance of the city of Odom retaining the service of a special managing consultant.
We discussed this in the workshop, right?
All this was discussed in the workshop already.
No, I'm just kidding. I make a motion that we approve ordinance 465.
Okay,
I would like to comment
motion,
on that.
okay, we can comment on it. That's
Special
it.
consultant, I don't know if they-
Hold on, we can, motion, there's a motion right now.
I thought you said we were gonna have to discuss it.
No, we, after, but, okay. Motion made by Jesse. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Isaac. Okay.
Now
we can
discussion.
discuss.
I just don't think it's a good idea to have a consultant that only comes in after 5 o'clock. Who is he going to consult with? He will need information from the employees that are working in the field.
Where do you see 5 o'clock on this?
It says,
What do you see?
it's read it in there.
Where?
Is it 5 o'clock, after
They
5?
said he can make his own hours.
Well, there's no hours in here.
Didn't say after 5.
Well, you know, it's gonna be that hard.
No.
Well, the person he is going to consult with is on 24/7 call, which is myself and the mayor. We're on call
What if he has
24/7.
questions that he needs to ask the men that are actually doing the work in the field?
And then
We
I
have to
would
pay
be
them
calling them.
overtime to come in to
No.
consult?
No,
You're talking
Not
about,
to discuss,
not to discuss anything.
not to discuss over the phone. Unless they're gonna start
This is
charging us
another-
for overtime over the phone.
This is another money out of the city's pocket for this job.
You approved it over the
I
budget.
didn't-
You approved the budget.
We discussed it.
You approved the budget.
It's already, but it's already budgeted.
It's budgeted
Yeah.
already.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
no.
You approved it, so I mean,
Well,
what
Well,
you
we
can't
haven't,
say.
you can't say no yet.
Oh, I
We
got
haven't-
this and I
we
can't have
haven't-
that.
We haven't,
I mean, I
we
will,
haven't done a
and
vote.
I'm gonna be honest, it was not really discussed in the budget meeting, it was vaguely kind of touched on.
Touched on.
So I really don't know a whole lot about it, but I have concerns with the fact that if we're saying we're in the red, to create a position, this is probably not the right time. I'm not saying that it may be in the future, but that's just my opinion. I don't know that this would be the right time to be creating positions if we're saying that we don't have money.
Okay, but you heard the gentleman, Mr. Pena, the other day that we have a lot of issues with the sewer department, water department.
Always going to have-
Well,
you're running on one pump.
And why hasn't another one been bought? Because it hasn't been approved.
okay,
You're gonna go, do we really need it, or can we rebuild that pump? We don't have that answer. That's why we have,
You
that's
don't
why we're
wait,
trying to
you
get the
can
consultant.
get a new one while that one's being rebuilt.
Oh, so you, did you budget that?
Reserve.
So now we got money.
Reserve.
Now we got
money to spend.
You're talking about
I
what we're
know
gonna
exactly
pay,
what I'm talking about.
what we're gonna pay this person, you're gonna save money.
So what is the, because there's not an amount.
When you got one pump, sewer plant's running on one pump.
What would be the amount? 'Cause I don't see an amount on here.
Because they have it.
What do you
There
think?
was a max that was said, that was stated at the workshop. that it would not exceed that amount.
Well, what was it?
I don't know if the mayor cares to
32?
elaborate right
I
now
wasn't
or
there,
not.
I wasn't there for that part, for this part.
You can say it, I guess.
Well, it was spread out over several different.
Just,
departments.
yeah,
I wasn't there for
Yeah.
that particular
yeah,
part.
'cause he wasn't
I was
there,
gonna ask, like, will there be, some type of time kept for the time this person's consulted? I know it said that they're gonna give reports, financial reports, budget reports, monthly reports. But if it's a contracted, are we expecting them to be here a certain amount of time? How would we keep track of that? I'm just wondering on that part.
That's what Janie will probably fill us in with, because he'll be coming, well, the way you read it, he's gonna come to the meetings,
Mhm.
and we need him.
Yeah, I did see that, like he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
monthly
that's-
stuff.
He'll give us monthly reports on top of the other ones to confer that, like I said. I'm just,
Yeah.
the way I'm thinking this is gonna work. Like Mr. Pena coming and telling, hey, you said we only had like one pump, right? That, remember you said we're only down to one pump over? Yeah. And he would just confer with Mr. Pena there. He's not gonna tell him what to do. And Mr. Pena, yeah, I think we need, how are we gonna figure this problem out? That's what he's gonna do if this person comes in. Same thing with David. David does what?
with Jay.
Yeah,
Jay.
Jay, David Barnes, and
Mhm.
just Hobby and
With all the-
just
all the
everything.
guys, yeah.
I mean, because Janie doesn't know if Mr. Pena is telling her the truth. No, I'm just
Not the truth.
telling, I'm just telling you, I'm just using you because you're here. You're the guy. No, Mr. Pena, he'll just confirm. That's it. That's all.
And this
But he's
consultant
always
does
right,
have
so.
departments? It says he has two departments.
Yes, it
All
is.
departments were put there.
Mhm.
Every single department
Well,
we've
that's what
got.
I'm saying. How do we know that this consultant even knows about that stuff?
We don't know. We don't know the person we get. I don't know well, it's on there, so you have to see.
They
what-
should
They
know it.
could.
They should
They
know it.
could
They could know it,
assist
yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, this it
Yeah.
could, or not limited to.
Include assistance.
And it makes his own schedule.
No, I think it's
It says responsible for setting his own schedule.
With the mayor
Approved by the
approval.
mayor.
I'm just saying.
It would have to be approved by the mayor.
Departments, records, assets, due to exchange of business hours and non-business hours. I don't think that's right.
Non-business
What is your fix for the city? Now, you say you're knocking everything. So what is your fix for the city?
To rely on the people that you have working in the field right now to.
Okay, we only have one that's professional, and that's Mr. Pena. Other than that, we don't have nothing. I'm sorry. We got Gerald too. There's two. But we got a lot of stuff going on.
For a long time, that knows about pumps and knows about all this stuff.
Who
A
does?
lot of times.
So we're gonna,
For one,
How long we been running on one pump?
It's been since February.
How long?
have you asked for?
Since
another
when?
pump?
We budget for it. I mean, I budgeted, but I asked Jamie to budget for it. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't ask, if they've asked for it, then.
well, they were asking when you were here, but did you give it to them?
That pump be rebuilt?
They could ask.
They asked when you were when y'all tenor was
It
here.
was budgeted, so I had to be ordered. That's
Exactly.
But that's not, I wasn't there with them, so. I'm just trying to get things fixed for the city. I mean, this is,
Consultant have like a deadline, where you guys give him a deadline that he needs to have whatever consulting is gonna do? Or is it
Sure.
just gonna be
I mean, this is not a full-time,
never-
Give it on.
we can get rid of it tomorrow.
Just trying to get everything back in line, mostly with our lift stations, sewer plant, water tower, water tank storage. The thing with this position, if, the way I see it is, he's not here to interfere with any of our employees. He's here to see what can be fixed instead of bought new, or what can be repaired instead of bought new.
Most
Or
importantly, make
does
sure
it
we're
need to be new?
compliant.
But can y'all rely on your foremans?
So what is?
The guys
I
out in the
guess I
field?
still Like
tell
the
me
salary
what
for
needs to
this
be
person.
fixed and
It's
what
like, it's
doesn't.
like the max was 35.
It's,
Yeah.
They give
That's a
us
lot of money
three.
for-
I just heard that, y'all in
I think that's
Redline,
what I saw in the report.
the cities in the Redline, y'all making another position for somebody else.
it's budgeted already.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not, it's not a
but
position, right?
it's not a
just- you got
position, it's just-
subcontract.
Yeah, it's just like a third eye.
It's something like, yeah, it's something like when they hired the consultant that was here just because money grew on trees back then too,
Well,
so.
I think it's a good idea to have
Yeah.
someone, a third pair of eyes.
A third eye, that's all we need.
Yeah.
And he's not gonna be full-time, he's not gonna be here forever.
But if he has a deadline, if you guys give him a deadline,
Yeah.
if you put a contract together and there's a deadline, look, this is how much time you have to review all this and submit a report to us. so we'll
Exactly.
know. I mean,
And that's
I don't
what,
see
that's
why
what we
it
will be
why it
doing,
would be a bad
yes.
I just
idea.
think
We have to be careful if we put the PD in there, because, or the individual is, I don't know what it is.
Mhm.
Has to be TSAT and safety certified.
Right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah,
Yes.
oh, yeah.
No, we're not gonna, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No,
It's
no,
not gonna be
no.
like that.
So you have it for.
They need to be, yeah, they need to bring up the city hall. We need to have copies of everything.
You have enough.
Was a certified firefighter. David was.
There's a website they should be going to
And a
too.
paramedic EMT trainer in our department.
Well, then you almost have the files over there, because we don't have them at the city hall.
I did, Ryan Lawson, certified paramedic and trainer for us, and that's,
Well, we need to have those papers at City Hall, copies of it. Okay.
I mean,
And I
you have
just,
your opinion, I mean.
yeah, I
it-
mean,
Yeah, every-
it's okay,
that's how it is.
everybody has their own.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just concerned because that's a high salary for someone that, I mean, are they gonna be here during the day? I guess if they were here during the day and we knew that, then like, not just set your own hours and whenever, I mean, I get, to me, if.
I will
you
be
had a
setting, I'll be
contract
setting the
with
hours with that
I
person.
think-
If, whenever we
It
get
would
that
need to
person,
be
we'll
here.
set the hours with them.
I think if we get this
With
person,
yeah.
he will be worth the time and money.
Yeah.
Because
And there's
we're,
no contract.
there's no contract.
We're not gonna be doing
And,
contracts.
and like, in my opinion, like I said, we'll be ahead of the ballgame. Because we're behind, we're way behind.
And
I
there's
think-
no contract, I mean,
There's no
6
contract.
months, 8 months, everything's up to par, it's done.
Yeah, nothing,
And we're not up to par for nothing.
mm-mm.
Well, right
Yeah,
now,
we're
no.
not, we will not be handing out contracts
Well,
either.
I think
That's
you
for
guys
sure.
have to find some way to stop the bleeding.
Exactly, that's what you have to do.
I mean, I get it.
I mean, from the outside to look.
I get Lynette, she wants to hire, but then she goes, okay, we gotta put it on the paper, that's another month. And by the time we're gonna do this and do that,
Because that's a long-term investment there.
Yeah, and then we're not doing a long-term investment. We're
Yeah.
not, it's not gonna be
And
for
it's-
long-term.
We
It's
just
not.
need to get back to
Somebody to get,
compliance.
because
Use the
there's a
tower
lot of
like we should be
problems.
using the tower
Yeah.
as a reserve. It was all messed up.
Just a lot of,
Yeah.
It was all messed up.
just from what I've seen, from what I've got, I mean, it's just a lot of bleeding, and you gotta put a stop to it eventually, and, I mean, having somebody come from the outside and look at things.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
all
may
it
not
is.
all agree with
Mhm.
his recommendations.
And they don't have to go with it.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I mean, they don't have to go, if he says, oh, we need a water tower. Nah, it ain't happening, thank you for your advice.
Yeah, and so,
Or second thing, okay, we don't need, we need to be
At
paid.
any time, we can terminate it in a month.
And who is this, Steve?
It says on there.
Huh?
What's it say?
This would be
Then don't start.
That's what my problem
No, it's,
Well, you had a problem with that, with back in your tenure with somebody was just hiring people left and right. I mean, you let it go.
mhm.
You did it, so.
I think if you take that out and you put all that out,
Out.
if it's the right thing to do for the citizens, then let's do it. If it's not the right thing to do for the citizens, then let's not do it. But ultimately, we have a sewer plant that's got one pump. That tower was, I think they worked on the tower already.
Mhm.
I don't know that we're in compliance with all the TCQ. I don't know that all the pumps are working the way they should be. I don't know that. And I don't think we have anybody right now that can tell us that.
Have you asked any of the employees that we have?
Apparently, what we have is, yeah, how do you know I haven't asked them?
Have you asked them?
I've asked them.
And what they
I
say?
asked
I've
them.
been in the field
And
more
what did
than,
they say?
I've been in the field with them more than you have.
You'd be
I've asked them.
surprised. You'd be surprised.
I've asked them.
One
What
of
they
them's
say?
answer is
That
that
what we have is not
doesn't
working.
get involved.
That's right. He said, that's not my job.
It's not my job.
8
What
to
we have
5 is his
not
job.
working. And our citizens have to put up with that. So we need to find out, we need to put a fix to it. And I don't know enough about pumps to do that. I mean, I can sit here and hope and pray that I'm making the right decisions, but I don't know that. And if you feel comfortable, then that's great for you, but I don't.
You have to
Yeah,
put,
we
you
had
have to
that- we
put your
had-
your own personal
What was it,
vendetta
last-
that you have against this
Yeah.
whatever person you're thinking,
Yeah.
that's a whole issue.
$30,000
You have to-
each.
It is, an issue.
30,000
That's what I'm
last
saying,
year
it's an
pumps.
issue.
I mean, for meters, 30,000.
But we
When our
shouldn't,
sewer
we
we
pump
shouldn't,
goes
we shouldn't
out,
have
put
those
our phone
meters.
number on that marquee.
Yeah.
We talked about it now. Let's go.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
vote.
motion made by Jesse, second by Isaac.
Real quick, is this the guy, the same guy that got fired?
It doesn't,
Don't worry
we're
about
not,
it.
we're not gonna,
We're done.
we're done discussing.
We're
We're
done.
done,
We're
we're
done.
done, we're
Let's
done.
move.
Discussion's
We
done.
can't please everybody.
Chucky, discussion's done.
Move.
Okay, it's done. We're, discussion's done. You need to just stop. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, but y'all can't be saying yes or no right now if we haven't asked for the thing. Okay,
I'm saying
okay,
that whatever I
Mhm.
decide is not gonna be the
personal,
person. It's
okay.
just gonna be that I don't know if it is.
And that's fine, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, place 1,
No.
place 2,
No.
place 3,
Yes.
place 4,
Yes.
place 5.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, reports from mayor, city council and staff may be given at this time, but no formal action can be taken. What do we have? We have, Meadowbrooks that's coming up, right?
Yes,
We have
which I
Meadowbrooks that's
gave you all
coming up.
that list highlighted. It's gonna start October the 13th. That will be the first time that you can meet with them, ask them questions, concerns.
A lot of questions.
That's gonna start the whole process of the zoning change.
Is that gonna be public or is it just gonna be us?
No, it's public,
Public.
it's open to the public.
It's public.
All meetings are open to the public.
That one
And
I'm
I
fine.
just,
Yeah,
I was just told by him that he's not changing the zone on all 43 acres.
excuse
He's
me.
changing the zone only on 17.9 acres, which is what I guess, what
Is this
he's calling
side?
phase
So-
one.
Also, he's gonna do them in phases.
I believe so. And I did ask the question, and he said that it might be an indefinite time before he does the next stage.
So, who's gonna make sure that those citizens all get a letter?
They
They
are,
have to.
but they've already, I've got a list of everybody that should be notified. They've already given me a list of the 200, and it's everybody on Skull Acres, just about. I've got a list already, and when we meet with them on the 13th, I'll give them samples of the letters, English and Spanish, and everything the way.
Can I
it's
get
sent,
copies of the
put it in
letter?
newspaper. I'm sorry,
Can I get copies of it?
of the list?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm gonna go door to door and talk to them.
okay.
If they're calling,
There's a
Let
lot
them-
of,
I'm
I
gonna
have a
invite
lot of
them to
people
come.
calling.
And I got pictures.
No problem.
hopefully they will,
I
because
think-
they're the ones that are concerned. They
Yeah,
think that flooding's like coming from all that.
Well, they'll have plenty of opportunities to come, because the first meeting,
Because
Yeah.
it's always flooded, always.
But
Yes,
Mhm.
every time the little bit of rain, my friend Christie delivered, the water would be up over the curb.
if they don't come, it's because they don't want to, because on the 13th is the first, and then there's 2 public hearings in November,
okay,
and then the final one. So there's like 4 different opportunities that they can come.
That'd be great.
and they will be getting their letters and
And they're all for the
notification.
same.
Yes, for Meadowbrooks, yes.
Remember, we put a date for, I know it's kind of a wait to December, but we put a date for the Christmas parade on December 10th. So if that's okay with everyone. We'll go with that date,
December
December
10th.
10th. We actually talked to the school, make sure the school didn't have anything going on the same day to make sure that, you know, we had enough crowd.
What is it, a Tuesday or what day?
It's a Friday.
There's basketball games.
We got with the school, they said that day there was no basketball.
Okay,
They said we're gonna do it the week after that, but they said there's a basketball game on that.
okay, then the basketball game's
So we
probably out of
didn't do it
town.
that-
Okay.
that weekend.
Yeah, because I remember last year,
Yeah.
there was a game, it's like, well, we can, the
Yeah,
people
we
were saying
don't
couldn't get in.
wanna say we
Yes,
blocked it last time, so on, but,
yeah.
but that's where we're going for,
Mhm.
and if something needs to change or anything, I can, just get with us, that, you know, we could do a different day, but we're just, our goal is December 10th to try to get everybody in there. And like I said, if something else comes up, I'll bring it up to you and change it, you know, any different event.
December 10th, right, you said?
December
What's
10th.
gonna happen?
Next Friday.
Okay, next week for the homecoming, is that all squared away?
We're ready, we just need to make sure.
We've had it before.
The city's gonna close the,
But just everybody,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, we got the officers ready, I'm bringing in one extra officer to try to control, make sure.
Yeah, we passed that resolution that's gonna,
Yeah,
to
just want
close
to make
it,
sure
yeah.
they go.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's just-
So
Yeah.
I'll get another officer just to make sure, you know, traffic flows good and get everybody. out.
And our guys are the ones that go put the barricades, right?
and-
Yes.
I don't know. nothing
Right.
about what y'all are talking
So
about.
national-
no, okay,
national
okay.
night out?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You didn't have-
We canceled national night out.
Now we're talking about the homecoming. We went from the Christmas to homecoming to national to,
Yes, homecoming,
to
yes,
trunk or treat
I
to,
just wanna make
Our men will go
to
for
trunk or treat.
Okay, then I got one more.
Okay. Okay, so yes, okay. What's the other one?
I was talking to Chief, that these yard signs start popping up again, you know, and that's one of our ordinances. We can't have, the yard signs, I think we,
Oh, you're
we
right.
just, you know,
Like
can
the
you,
internet?
can you have the guys just take them out?
If they pick them up, they bring them to City Hall.
This-
The girls call them, either you come pick them up or we're gonna fine you. I don't know if it's $25, $50 if they call them. So they do do them. They do pick 'em up.
Yeah, and that's one of our things, because it's starting to pop up. Another thing, I was talking to
Oh,
Chief,
that
if
one's
somebody
at
sees,
Al's Affordable only because they allow them.
if somebody sees somebody running around to come get permits for them to come solicit, you know, I can do your roof or stuff like that. We do have, yeah, because,
And if they go to City Hall, please, have them come back with a background check, because you know these guys are some kind of offender. or
Correct.
Talking about
That's-
schools and so on.
Right.
like that. So they need to have a background check before they actually get the permit, if they go house to house.
yes.
Permits
Yeah.
will be handled at the police station. sir.
No, not those
Not-
permits, the
not- well, you
permits
said
for.
permit.
Soliciting.
Wait,
Soliciting.
soliciting, okay, okay.
Because they're supposed to be given a card, right, Janie? They're supposed,
Yes,
so they
yes,
can do it.
yes.
Because I remember last year we were at 2 years ago, we were at my cousin's house and somebody, a guy and a girl came up that they were selling something. And then I go, hold on. I said, do you have a permit? Did you go talk to the city to get this? And they're like, when they're surprised.
Yeah.
So that's why the citizens need
Yeah.
to be aware of that.
Please ask for a background check.
Yes.
We don't have, you know, certain individuals going house to house, we don't know if there's children by themselves. or-
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
the safety issue for us.
Yeah.
And they do have the billboard over the post office. They could put stuff on there.
Mhm.
I mean, we still have that.
Yeah.
So,
You can.
I mean, that's all I have.
Okay. Anything else?
And thank you for that building.
No lie.
Boom, God.
Oh, yes.
I think they had fun doing that today.
I would have fun.
Well, they look like, yes, they demolished the old Time Warner.
Jay, our water tower, is it fixed?
Our water tower fixed, 100%.
It's in compliance.
Huh?
It's in compliance.
now.
It's in
You say
compliance,
it's not
but
100%?
It's not 100% because it still needs work.
Like what? Give me some example.
Well, the thing is, in order, it has to be maintained, these tanks have to be maintained every year. And in order to do that, you have to drain the tank. And they have to, an inspector has to go in there and see all the seams, if there's rust or paint peel or whatever. And they have to be cleaned every year too. They pressure wash it real good and everything. And they coat it And the outside, the outside is, it's terrible.
So are we using it?
Yes.
Yeah, we're using
What capacity?
100%, 100%. It's a we're in compliance, because we did some stuff to it that it wasn't in compliance.
There was some maintenance
Now it is,
into it, yes.
But it still needs work.
Mhm.
It still needs work. It needs a lot of, the outside is very rusty. The inside hasn't been cleaned, I don't know how long, maybe 12 years, 15 years, I don't know.
We used to have a company that would come out annually,
Annually, it's supposed to be cleaned every
used
year.
to, but I don't know what happened. I don't think they had paid the fees or whatever to
Right,
keep it up.
I talked to a gentleman that does, you got divers that go in there, and you don't have to drain the tank. They go in there, but they just clean the floor.
Mhm.
It's just like a cup of coffee. You just clean the bottom, but the sides, what you can do with the sides. Dirty, right? So the best result is draining the tank,
Mhm.
pressure washing everything, cleaning it. That's why you clean it every year. And that's how you get your quality of water.
Right.
One more real quick, man. ADC stuff, I think we could try to get a meeting,
Right, yes, the 18th.
the 18th.
I'll let you all know. And we got our certificates. I'll
And-
give them to you all then.
And if you have anything for the EDC, or,
Everybody.
to put on the,
Yeah.
agenda,
Yeah.
also chief, anybody got stuff on the agenda. That's it.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion made by Isaac, all those in favor? Second. Second by Hector. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same motion. Yeah.
And I was supposed to get a meeting on the 16th, the day that I was supposed to have the meeting with him, was the 17th. And then they told me that we were going to get a letter, that I was going to be sent another letter for a continuance, meaning a continuance or something. And that would be, because he was working on a murder case or something.
Yeah, oh,
So,
yeah.
But anyway, I still have not received anything, so it's
Yeah.
been since then that I have.
Yeah,
not
that's why
received
he's not
anything.
here. Because he's still, that's why he's not here. He's still,
Okay.
yeah,
But that,
yeah,
you know, just,
yeah. A continuance is just to give you more time.
But I
Yeah.
mean, I don't,
Yeah.
it needs to be like, I want to know like what.
Yeah. What's his next step?
The resolution, you know, on me.